no idea what's coming.
Alright, welcome to Talkin Smack. Alright guys, listen, let me just fix my seat here, man. Alright, listen to me. You know, we're living in fucking crazy times right now, okay? So, I'm getting a lot of messages, you know, politically I've been talking about stuff on here. There's not much news in the bodybuilding world anyway. There's not much to talk about bodybuilding wise, and this is Talkin Smack, so there you go. Alright, you know, the fucking pandemic bullshit is still going on. You know, the fucking savages rioting and looting, you know, not protesting, but rioting and looting, okay, is still going on. So, we got, you know, this country's upside down. So, I get a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people concerned. You could go on the comments in the videos here. And you'll see that people are really wanting to hear more about this and talk more about it, and that's what I'm here to do. And, as always, I'm like an impartial umpire, alright? Which means I call balls and strikes the way I see them. I told you that before. So, for all you sheep or snowflakes or whatever that are going to get butt hurt and you think, like, you know, I don't know, maybe you hate me now because you don't believe what my political views are. And listen, these are my political views, alright? You don't have to believe in what I believe in. You don't have to like what I like, you know. We all like something different, you know. You may like chocolate, I like vanilla. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you may like strawberry, I like fucking, you know, butter pecan. You know, we're all like something different, okay? So now, I'm going to give you a chance, you know, to vamos, you know, like to scout, get out. But first, before we get into it, and by the way, excuse me, speaking of fucking you guys, you know, when I just said I like vanilla, you like chocolate, I'm not talking about people, because when it comes to chicks and shit, I like my chicks with a little flavor, if you know what I mean. Alright, so simmer down with that. I'm in ice cream. Alright, listen. Right here. We gotta do this. The sponsor, that's who makes this show. So we gotta kiss a little ass. And we gotta push some product. But this product is the real deal. Okay? Right here. Smart drugs. The wave of the future. Right here. Okay? These chemicals in this are so potent. Bro, they're not like oat bran extract and shit that's in fucking the alpha brain. Alright? This is the real deal. This shit is the best. Okay? I've been taking this for a year and a half. I know the guys that make this stuff. Alright? It's not a supplement company. They specialize in just this. That's why the label looks like that. There's some people, what's with the label? Because game face. Put your fucking game face on. Right? That's it. Alright? It doesn't matter whether you're playing sports or whether you're playing video games. And I know some people claim when they take, you know, the dosage is straight, these capsules. And they actually make you think. They improve your brain. They improve the function of your brain. Alright? The smart drugs is, you know, nootropics. This is the best one. The price is crazy. It's sick as cheap. The guys are millionaires. They're not doing it. They didn't originally make this shit, you know, so, you know, to sell supplements. They made it for themselves and their friends because, you know, we're all getting older. We're all 60 and over 60. So, this shit helps, bro. You get this to somebody with Alzheimer's, it makes a difference. I'm telling you. This is potent, so I don't take the 3. I would take the 3 throughout the day. I don't take 3 in one shot. Okay? But, go to GameFaceSupplements.com. Okay? And right there it is. And get your shit right there. This smokes alpha brain. That shit that Joe Rogan pushes. Shit. It's not even close. This got mushroom extracts. This shit's so strong you can't even sell it on fucking, what do you call it? Amazon. Because there's the vinpocetine or Visapin or however you say it's in here. And they use this shit for Alzheimer's patients. So, Forget the way I talk sometimes. The throat is still not healed. I might go to the doctor again next week. But anyway, what's the name of that? So we gotta support that, alright? I'm not hawking supplements, but that fucking shit works. And it's a fact. And they're only sponsoring the show because they know me and they know I know my shit about this stuff and that this is the real deal. Okay. Alright, so enough of that. Let's talk about some serious shit here. And I got my clipboard here, bro. Look, I had to take notes on this shit, you know, because it's my notes, because I can't, you know, I don't want to forget anything, or I don't want to, you know, overly repeat myself on shit, you know, even though I'm a repeater as it is. Let's get busy.
Why go with sugar-filled pre-workouts? Get your game face on and experience true focus all day, every day. This isn't your usual performance pill. These nootropic capsules help you play harder, train better, and focus more. Working out at the gym? Boom. Game Face has you covered. Trying to carry your friends in game? You'll do a lot more than carry. With Game Face, you'll make the enemy rage quit. Need to finish that essay that's due in an hour? You'll wish you found Game Face sooner. A 14-hour car ride with the kids? Don't worry. Game Face will keep you alert the entire time. Try Game Face today and experience a whole new meaning of focus.
Alright, we're gonna start right now. Listen to me. Your last chance. If you're one of them guys who gets butt hurt, you know, Black Lives Matter, and, you know, white guilt, I hate myself, you know, I'm white, I can't stand myself, I'm bad, it's my fault slavery happened. If you're one of those, I would recommend you getting the fuck out of here right now. Because that shit, I ain't got no tolerance for that, bro. Whew. Oh, I ain't got no tolerance for it. Alright. 5. Get out. 4. 3. 2. 1. Alright. For the rest of you guys. Let me just say something. I know everybody says, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I don't believe, first of all, I don't believe anybody's born racist. When you get these black people today and start that, you know, you're inherently racist. No, you're not. No, you're not. Nobody knows. If two people, black and a white person, two babies were put up on a desert island and grew up together, not knowing about religion, not knowing about nothing, they wouldn't even notice the difference. One would just be like, you're a little tanner than me. They would have no idea what the fuck the difference is. Okay, so you're not born racist. But shit like this is going on, and when you hear people fucking sitting here saying that you're bad because you're white, you're no good because you're white, you're this because you're white, the problems in this country because you're white, you know what I mean? After a while, you know, you're not feeling so good about things. You follow what I mean? Means you could create some fucking racism. Listen to me. I'm a huge Yankee fan, bro. Whoa. Sorry. I'm a huge Yankee fan, right? By the way, Rocky Marciano right there. Look at him knocking out Jersey Joe Walcott. Alright, anyway, I'm a huge, there right there, see it? Okay. I'm a huge Yankee fan. But I love the Mets too, not for nothing. I do, I love baseball. It's my favorite sport, by far. Blows away bodybuilding, for me. So, if you, so, aside from the Yankees, I root for the Mets against anybody but the Yankees. When it goes to the Yankees and Mets, it's Yankees all the way. Okay? Because I'm a New Yorker. That's the way we are. Not everybody but me. But you know what's funny? I have friends that are Met fans. And when they start that shit, the Yankees suck, the Yankees buy their team, the Yankees, blah, 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 they do all this shit. I start getting like, hey, fuck you. You know what? Fuck the Mets. What have the Mets done? Meanwhile, I'm a Met fan. I like the Mets. But you're making me that way. Because you're badgering me about my love for the Yankees. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to make me now root against the Mets because I want to see you eat your shit. You know, eat crow, so to speak, because you're busting my nuts. When you get enough people telling you that you're no good because you're white, let me tell you something. You're not going to make me feel like, oh, I'm no good, I hate myself, you know, like I'm not one of those fucking sheep, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I have white guilt. No, it's going to be the opposite. It's going to make me say, you know what, fuck you, right? I'm proud of what I am. I am. I'm proud. What do you want me to tell you? I'm fucking a guinea from New York, bro. But that, to me, for my people, my growing up, you know, we were taught, be proud of your heritage, you know. This is just, you know, you could be Irish, you could be German. I'm sure you're proud of what you are. That's fine. I'm not going to hold my head low for that. But, you know, I always tell everybody a story. By the way, I'm reading my own notes here. So, you know, and there's an old saying, you know, when they use racism, today racism is a tool, okay, that obviously the Democrats use, and black people love to use it too. Not all, but people with an agenda, like Black Lives Matter. So when they point their finger at you, and they say you're racist, you know what I say? The old saying, a thief always, wait, let me get this right. A thief always points their fingers and calls everybody else a thief. Do you understand what I'm saying? A rat always calls everybody else a rat. Remember Sammy the Bull Gravano? Dude, let me tell you something. I'll kill a rat. You fucking rat, I'll fucking kill you. I have no tolerance for rats. Meanwhile, he was a rat. Okay? And look at there, Whitey Bulger. Same thing. They killed him in prison because he was a rat. But meanwhile, he had rats killed. But he himself was a rat. So usually the person that points the finger and calls you a racist is a racist. Okay? He who smelt it, dealt it. Get it? Gabish? A thief always accuses everybody else of being a thief. Why? Because he's a thief. Alright? Now, when I was a kid, alright, you know, look, again, let me give it a quick speech and then I'll get into the whole, when I was a kid. My girlfriend's a Mexican immigrant, okay? I've got Muslim in my family. Hijab wearing Muslims, okay? In my family. Girl. Okay? I have my cousins married to Muslim. I have gay. My cousin died of AIDS, bro. Died of AIDS, alright? Lesbian, transgender, all of that in my close-knit family. Not some distant cousin. Somebody who I see all the time and is in my close-knit family, okay? My children are part black. Their grandfather on the mother's side is black. Well, he was black. He died in like 1964 or shit. But he was the son... his father was born into slavery. So their great-grandfather... their great-grandfather... my children's great-grandfather was born into slavery. No. Was born into slavery, okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is my children have slave blood in them. They're quarter black. Their grandfather's black. My ex-wife is mulatto. Okay, she's half black, half white. That's the mother of my children. I love my children more than anything. I would die for either one of those two. Okay? So, and again, my girlfriend, you know, my girlfriend's off the fucking, my girlfriend couldn't even speak English till she was like 7 years old. Okay? I don't want to hear any fucking bullshit, you know, people point a finger at prejudice, because that's a, you know, that you're a racist. That's a, like I told you in the beginning, it's a tool. Alright? When I was younger, I remember my parents were so far ahead of the curve with everybody else, okay? My father, when I was younger, and my mother both had gay friends. We actually had a transgender. They had a transgender friend who would actually come to dinner sometimes at holidays. This is my father. You know what I mean? Now my father, my mother. My father would be 92 years old if he was still alive. All right, my mother would be 90. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is, you know, this is old school. And back then that shit wasn't, you know. But they had my parents were ahead of the curve. Same thing, like, I told this story a long time ago. Some of you may have heard, some of you may not have. But when I was a kid, there used to be this other kid in school who I hung out with. Whenever he would do something, like if he play kickball and he hit the ball, shoot it fucking far, he score, he used to say, the end ball wins them all. The nigga ball wins them all, okay? That's what he would say. Because that's from playing billiards with the 8 ball, because it's black, it will go in the hole, and you know. So, that's how you win a game. So he would say that, the end ball wins them all. But he would say the actual word. So I was at my house one time, and I was in 5th grade. And my father was breaking open them geodes for me and my sister. The big rocks, they got the crystals in them and shit, and he broke them open. And one had these most loaded with beautiful crystals, look like diamonds in there, right? And I remember saying, yes! And I said, the nigga ball wins them all, like that. And my father turned at me, and he grabbed me right here and lifted me up with one hand off the ground. And he said, if I ever hear you say that word again, I'll kill you. Do you hear me? I'll kill you if I ever hear you say that word again. And I was like, I didn't realize what I was saying. I was just repeating what somebody else said in school. And then he put me down, and my mother came out, and he told my mother what I said. And my mother said, okay, listen, explain to him. And my father said, dude, that's a word we don't use in this house. You hear me? We don't use that word. Now, listen to me. My father, my mother, I never heard my father say the word fuck, or, my father was the kind of guy, if I was in front of, like, even my wife or my, my girlfriend here that's, with me now, the one I used to call Mercedes, her real name's not Mercedes, but if you guys watched the Rant, used to read my Ramble Free column in MD, I used to call her Mercedes. That's because she didn't want me to use her real name. But anyway, so I, if I say her name, if I would say in front of her, like, look at this fucking guy, or whatever, my father would be like, hey, watch your mouth around her. Don't talk like that in front of women. He was funny about that. Like, I could sit in front of my father, and I could say, look at this fucking guy. My father would laugh. But if I sat in front of a woman, that's the way my father was. And my father was a badass, bro. My father was a badass. Believe me, he used to knock dudes out. See, he was a tough guy, way tougher than I could ever be. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is, I come from a family where we overlooked, that shit. Nobody even thought about that. If I said that word when I was young, I'd get my ass kicked, So, I tell you that just to lay the foundation of what I'm going to go into now. I was on a show with, obviously probably most of you saw it on RX Muscle with Dave Palumbo, Tricky Jackson, Sean Ray, John Romano, and some black chick, I don't remember her name, okay? But, they were, Dave would ask each one of them, like, well, what's your biggest, like, racist thing that's happened to you? And, Tricky Jackson's like, I got pulled over by a cop one time, and I was shaking, and, and I wasn't doing anything, and he pulled me over simply because I was black. That's your assumption. I doubt he said to you, look, I pulled you over because I saw you, you were black. Listen to me. I've had that shit happen to me 100 fucking times. I've had black cops pull me over. I had white cops pull me over. I got my ass kicked by black cop. I've got my ass kicked by a state trooper, white state trooper. And when I was younger, I'm talking about the black cop fucker was smacking me in a fucking temple with a gun when I got arrested. Okay? Listen to me. I was in a store. I used to go to this store all the time, and they would watch you. They would follow you around like you were going to shoplift. When we were kids, if you grew up in the same town as me, you know what store I'm talking about, the Corner Deli. I grew up in the same town as Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. She lived right down the street from me. She went to the same high school as me, and hung out with my nieces and everything like that, okay? We're both from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. She moved out of the Bronx when she was 3 years old. I moved out of the Bronx later on. But I'm from the Bronx. She's not really from the Bronx. She don't know shit. Her grandparents lived there, some shit like that, so, but there's neither here nor there. But there's a store over here called the Corner Deli. Some of you guys who grew up around here, you know the store I'm talking about. It used to be owned by 2 old ladies and shit. And they would make you stay outside, and they wouldn't let 2 kids in at one time because they wanted to watch, make sure there was nobody shoplifting and stuff. Okay? It didn't matter whether you were white or black. Most of the kids around here were white, so it didn't matter. Okay? And Ocasio-Cortez grew up in a white neighborhood, rich. She grew up rich with a silver spoon in her mouth. Don't let a fucker fool you. Google it. Look at a Wikipedia page. She grew up in she grew up right here, right down the street from me. So don't let a fucker fool you. Okay? The other thing is, I've been in stores a lot where I've been followed around and shit because they think I'm shoplifting. I was once stopped it was a ShopRite in like 1990 and stuff. Okay? Because I was looking at, something, and the bag was open of, like, candies and shit or whatever the fuck it was, I forgot what, I don't know, it was Tootsie Rolls or some shit, and I just looked at the bag like this, but there was somebody else opened it up and took it, took candies. I don't even eat Tootsie Rolls, but anyway, so as I was leaving, there was a black, I didn't even think about that, but he was black, he was a security guard, and he stopped me on the way out of the store, and checked my pockets and everything to see if I took any of those Tootsie Rolls, and I didn't, so, they just let me go. I've had that shit like that happen to me, so I don't want to hear any bullshit, alright? So when you're talking to me, Sean Ray comes out. Sean Ray's my boy, bro. He's one of my best friends in bodybuilding. Okay, we talk all the time, and, we worked together for many years, but, he's over there telling you, well, when I was in high school, somebody wrote the word nigger on my locker, and I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? But, I don't know the way he said it. I don't know if it's true or not, but, that doesn't mean, listen, that to me, it has to go beyond that. If they treated him differently, or if they did something to him, it's different. But he never found out who did it. He was like the coach's pet, he said, because he was the best kid on the team. But nobody came forth to set it. It's almost like, if you call your friend, you fat bastard, does that mean they hate all fat people? You know what I'm saying? Italians are known for that, like Johnny Big Nose, because the guy has a big nose. They always give nicknames like that, Fat Al, Big Fat, like that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? Johnny 2 times, because say things 2 times, whatever, they have that, like that, bald, bald Rocco or something, whatever the fuck, that doesn't mean no, okay? So sometimes, like my friend, he, who was black, he would work on a construction site, and he, dropped a brick or something like that, and they would say, hey, you black bastard, get that fucker. But that doesn't mean that, oh, God, look, they're prejudiced. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll pick shit out for you. Like, look, dude, I'm 5'6". I have a friend, who was 6'6", 6'7", and he used to go, yo, shorty 140, like that. Does that mean, oh, fuck, he don't like me because I'm sure? No, he loved me, bro. We still hang out. You know what I'm saying? Just that he's 6 feet. We used to call him the stork because he was like a big stork. You know, understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or the weed because he's like a little tall fucking weed, tall and skinny. Does that mean that I don't like fucking tall people? No. Okay? So when, these guys on RX, the girl couldn't even really come up with anything either, it's just, well, I just feel like people look at me funny when I walk in a store, and, oh, please, they do that shit to me all the time, you know what I mean? All the time. It's not just a fucking black person thing, it's a white people thing too, bro. Especially me, all tattoos, you're bald-headed, you walk in there, you jack like this is shit, Come on, man. And Tricky Jacks is saying, well, they pulled me over one time because I was black. How do you know that? Did they say we pulled you over because you were black? You know what I mean? Dude, I was pulled over in L.A. by LAPD. I was with a black guy in a car, and they said, well, there was a robbery where a white guy and a black guy. They had me and my friend Tommy. They had us outside the car with guns to our head. Then they let us go. Okay? If I would have started freaking out and pushing them or trying to fucking, you let them do what they got to do, and then you get out of there. That's what happened. I didn't sit there, my friend didn't say, oh, this is your prejudice or any of that shit or whatever, I'm there too. I didn't sit there and say, well, you're pulling me over because there were Spanish cops, you know what I mean? Well, one was Spanish. What does it mean? Come on, guys. Dude, there's real racism in this country. There's real racism. It goes both ways. It's people who hate white people today. It's like, dude, today it's totally okay, and it's cool to hate whitey, Not cool by me, bro. But, even white people, I hate myself. I fucking hate myself. I'm white. It's my fault for slavery. Get out of here with that shit. I mean, really. If you don't believe, they want segregation today. I mean, it's almost like they want to. I was watching a video where they were all in a park. There's black people and there's white fucking, the white sheep, that fucking, that fucking Black Lives Matter, they sit there and they fucking, they're like, you can't come in this park because you're white, and this park is for blacks and minorities who have been underprivileged only. You know what I mean? And the guy said, well, I'm Spanish. I'm from Colombia, but I'm also part white. And he said, well, have you been oppressed? This is for oppressed people. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Oppressed. Oppressed. Dude, you know, they want hospitals with only black doctors and black nurses. That's wrong, bro. That's wrong. That's segregation. Dude, Martin Luther King, I think I said this in my last video, but Martin Luther King would be fucking rolling in his grave. Let me tell you something. Can a white girl win Black Miss America? No. Can a white, I'm reading it, so, because I can't remember all the shit my notes here. Can a white pop star win the Black Entertainment Awards? No. Can an Asian pop star win the Black Entertainment Awards? No. Can a white kid get a scholarship with the United Negro College Fund? No. Can an Asian, or maybe even a Hispanic, get a scholarship with the United Negro College Fund? No. Is there a Black Entertainment Network? Is there an Asian Entertainment Network? Okay, I know what you're going to say, but there is a Spanish. What about, like, Telemundo? No, that's in all the Spanish country. You go to Mexico, places like that's down there too. What we do is we just rebroadcast it, but it's not an American. That's not an American company. Do you understand what I'm saying? BET is an American company. I mean, can a white person or an Asian person make it to the cover of Ebony magazine? Not by themselves, they can't. No way. Listen, you guys, you got affirmative action today, okay? And you got blacks that are not getting jobs on their merit. They're getting jobs because of their skin color, okay? Same thing with gays, even women, okay? Affirmative action's wrong. If somebody gets a 78 or an 80 on a police test and somebody else gets a 95 or a 98, the person that gets the 95, 98 should get on before the 78. But, no. Okay, now, I do believe that you can't have black people, you can't have white people from the, I grew up in the suburbs, and now I'm a cop, you can't do that, bro. Okay, you can't have white people policing black people from the hood. It's never going to work. You need the people from that neighborhood, okay, you need to pool from that. Now you may say, well, come on, you just said that you can't, I don't believe in lowering the standards for the test. I believe in recruitment. You recruit. Not everybody that lives in a fucking ghetto neighborhood is stupid. There's a lot of smart people who come from there. There's a lot of kids who are really top at their school. Just because their financial statuses may not be what it is, they're smart. So you can get good quality black cops from a black neighborhood, just like you can get Hispanic cops from a Hispanic neighborhood. You can't go in a full Hispanic neighborhood and have a white kid from the hood, from the suburbs, police them. It's never gonna work, bro. It's never ever gonna. I don't care how much schooling you give them, how many courses on how to not be a racist it's never ever gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You don't understand that. You need black cops policing black people. You need Hispanic cops policing Spanish people. Now listen to me. You can't judge somebody because of their, their skin color or like listen. If a black person doesn't want you to judge them for being black, then you can't. But when Black Lives Matter wants to go against blue lives, cops, you can't say every cop is bad. That's like saying every black person's bad. You can't say that. Dude, there was like 9 cops killed, 9 blacks killed last year in 2019. Now they said they changed the thing, and they said, well, up to June, I think it's 12th of this year, it's a total of 15. 15 black people killed by police. So, knowing that there's 15 black people killed by police, and there's 25 white people killed by police, so we got them beat. But, let's just say, do you think that seems to be the plague of the black community? Oh, God, they're dying by the thousand. What about black abortions, which are, hundreds of thousands, if not a million? I don't know the number of that one, okay? But I do know that black babies die more often than white babies. I do know that black women die during childbirth. I think 3 times more than white women die during childbirth. Listen to me. There's a lot of people who die from poverty. A lot more than fucking... And you know what? Being murdered. A lot more black people are dying from murder because they're being murdered by their own. Alright? The black on black. We all know about that. So when Black Lives Matter marches and they really want to fix things and you're saying we worry about, the black community, if you're considering 50, let's say 15 people, I'll give it a 15 over the 9 at the real number, but whatever, I'll give it a 15. You're going to tell me that's an epidemic? 15 people dying is an epidemic? Listen, yeah, it's 15 people maybe that shouldn't have died, but out of that, if you watch the videos, some of them will resist and do stupid things like punch the cop, fucking shoot him with a face with a taser. Come on, let's, if you're going to narrow that down, the same thing with white people. White people done the same thing. I've seen white guys fight back with the cop. I've seen white guys shoot at the cop and get killed. Come on. Give me a break, bro. But there's nobody, you don't see white people marching when that kid who was in that one cop who fucking shot that white guy who was an exterminator. He was shooting BB gun at birds and stuff because the owner asked him to do that because the store he was in had birds flying around. The only way to get him out was shoot them with a BB gun. Okay, and meanwhile the fucking white cops came in there. He didn't even have the BB gun on him. They made him crawl and he shot him. Go Google that one. Okay, guy, white man crawling to a white cop and a white cop kills him. He crawled. Some of you might remember that. Come on now, all right? Listen to me. Cops killing people. Even I shit my pants sometimes. I had a cop follow me recently with my girlfriend. Okay, me and my girlfriend were going to get something to eat. And he followed me for almost 5 miles. There's no exaggeration. We were going so slow. It was a black state trooper and a white state trooper. They were together in a car. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I guess they were bored. There was nothing going on, so they followed me. And then at the end, I was going so slow. I was going like 1 mile an hour. They're like, okay, let's finally... And I asked them, what'd you pull me over for? He goes, don't worry about it. Give me a license registration. And they let me go. They let me go. I have a clean license and shit, But, I was sitting there. My girlfriend's like, those motherfuckers, But you can't lump all cops into that. It's not fair. It's not fair. You can't lump... If you are a person of a minority, you can't say, I don't want to be judged by my heritage, but you can judge cops because they wear the blue uniform. You know how many good cops there are? There's more good cops than bad cops, trust me, okay? And it's not fair to judge them like that. And without them, you're fucked. That whole defund in the police department to get rid of the police department. They can't even come up, oh yeah, well, we'll police ourselves. Yeah, that'll go over good. Give them 1 or 2 days of that shit. They had a reporter. I don't know if it was CNN or MSNBC who was out there reporting it. Some fucking guy bolted out of the crowd and chased her. He was actually in drag too. He was on roller skates. Fucking weirdo. It's on TV. And when they grabbed him, and they, the bodyguards and shit that they had there grabbed him because they won't allow the police there. The first thing she said is, well, where's the cops when you need them? Well, you won't even allow the cops to come in here. What the fuck, bro? Hey, you gonna blame cops for that? Right? Like the peaceful protest in fucking Seattle? Right? That's the cops' fault? Is that the cops' fault? People getting shot, so much peaceful protest over there. Fucking muggings, rapings, and everything in it. Yeah, okay. Listen. I gotta be honest with you, man. I support the cops sitting out, man. I support the blue flu. I do. I hope they sit out and let people see what it's really like. I saw the fucking videotape where the savages, this fucking Black Lives Matter animals with Antifa were jumping on top of some woman's car. She had a 4-year-old baby in the back. And she's calling 911. 911 was like, what do you want me to do? We can't send the cops. They won't come there. You know what I mean? And they're not allowed over there. And the lady's like, they're coming in the car. Help me. You gotta help me. And the 911 lady goes to her, well, call the mayor's office and make a complaint. I mean, that's what we're headed for? Not me, bro. Not me. I stand against that shit, bro. I stand and I fight back. We'll talk about that in a minute or two for you guys. My advice for you guys. But no way, bro. Ain't happening around here. I'm going to tell you right now. I'll tell you that right now, man. You know, it's not right. It's not right. I support the blue flu. Let them sit out. Let the cops sit out for a day or 2 days. Especially some of the big cities, like the shithole I live in, New York City. Let's see what happens. Let's see when the rich people that support this, the rich, you know, Democrats, you know, the Jews that live on fucking, you know, over there by, you know, Central Park, that hate, you know, that support de Blasio and hate, you know, they're pure Democrat, which is crazy, because I can't understand how anybody who's Jewish could ever even support fucking anybody but Donald Trump, who, you know, even Netanyahu's like, Donald Trump's the greatest president. I mean, he's done more for Israel, forget about it. But regardless, you know, they sit there and let's see what happens when them fucking thugs, when those savages start coming to their house at their door. Let's see what happens then. Let's see how much they want to defund the police then, or how much they're all for that shit. Let's see their democratic views, how that shit changes then. I've said this before. As I'm making this video right now, in Libya and Morocco, there's fucking slaves being sold, blacks being sold into slavery, like just like back in the 1800s on the open market. I've seen pictures of them hanging in bundles, upside down with their feet, their hands holding the ground, okay, and their feet were tied up, and there's like 3 or 4 in a bundle, like fucking broccoli. You know what I'm saying? And why doesn't Black Lives Matter go over there and demand that stop? Why? Why don't they go to South Central or Detroit or one of these places? I've said this before, but I'll say it again. You know what I mean? Chicago. Why don't they go marching down here and say, listen, we want to stop black on black crime. We want to stop this. This needs to stop. Why don't you go over there? You want to save black people. You got 15 people who died. And I'm being nice with that because it's really 9, but we'll give it till June 5th or whatever. They changed it on the internet. 15 black people died at the hands of cops. Dude, you get more than that a day. More than that a day in Chicago. And you're worried that the biggest fucking problem? No, it's a political movement, guys. Black Lives Matter is a political movement. If they gave a shit, they'd be in Morocco stopping that slave shit going on right now. You're worried about pulling down statues, you fucking idiots are pulling down statues of people who are aboriginists, and you're pulling down fucking statues of the fuck, you want to pull down Lincoln and shit like that? Give me a fucking break, okay? Go, you want my respect? March. Get your little Black Lives Matter t-shirts on. Get your little Black Lives Matter fucking bullhorns. Black Lives Matter. You know, pull that bullshit and go march in fucking Libya. You know why you don't? Because they'll fucking capture your fucking ass to sell you. It's the truth. It's bad in Libya. It's bad. Slavery's bad. Slavery's wrong. I'm not for slavery. I'm against slavery. But if I was the leader of Black Lives Matter, I'd want the Crips to stop killing the Bloods. I would go into all the fucking ghetto neighborhoods and say, we got to start working with each other. Okay? I would start recruiting good students in school to maybe get on a police force. Alright? Because even when I did that show, like I said, I think I told you this last week, when I did that show on RX Muscle, which none of those guys can come up with real, you know, how they're racist and shit like that, whatever. You know what I mean? That racism perpetuated against them. But you know, when Ed, whatever his name is, Tricky Jackson, when he was saying, you know, oh yeah, what do I tell my son? He's 18 years old. He said, Dad, what do I do? I told him take the police test. They laughed at me. You want to change? Become a cop. Now you know, and climb within the ranks and make the change that way, right? Get good quality people. That's what I would do for us, Black Lives Matter. But I'm not going to blame cops. They're not really blaming it. They're doing this as a smoke screen. This is all a smoke screen. It's a political thing. It's a political thing. If you listen, I just posted a whole fucking thing of it. If you ever saw their demands, not one of their demands has anything to do with Black Lives. Has nothing. They have 10 demands. You could go on my Facebook. Maybe I'll post it in the next thing. See if I can post it here. I'll see if I can stick it in here. But they have 10 demands.
Number 1, reparations. Number 2, no bail when you go to jail. Number 3, release all prostitutes from jail. Number 4, you murder someone, no death penalty. 5, free education, and by the way, you're not allowed to have private schools or private colleges. 6, free health care. 7, defund the police. 8, cut the military budget. 9, redistribute the wealth. And 10, publicly finance campaigns. So if you like a candidate, you can't even give them a donation. Wait a second. I thought we were talking about police brutality here. Because these demands sound almost exactly what the radical socialists have been demanding for the last 30 years. Is this a bait and switch?
All right? And none of the 10 demands have anything to do with Black lives. It's reparations, dude. I'll give you reparations right here, bro. My family was in Italy when slavery was in America, and you can't prove that not every black person is a descendant of slaves, and there was only a couple states where slavery was in. Okay, there were black people running for office in at the same time in New York. So I don't want to hear any bullshit. Okay, yes, I sympathize with slavery, but dude, there's nobody alive, and there's nobody who died even recently who had anything to do with slavery, or hey, you're talking about 150 fucking years ago, bro. Now you want to change everything on my life because of that? No way. I ain't paying no reparations. You know what? And most slaves have, slave master blood in them anyway, so go pay yourself. Go pay yourself, man. See, that's not what's plaguing. And you know what's funny? That's not going to help the black community. It's actually going to make them more fucked up. You know why? Because then they're depending on. If I keep giving you money every day, you're not going to go out and get a job. You're not going to work. You're going to depend on me for the money. It's like feeding a cat, right? You feed a cat, and it's going to be at your door every fucking day. You teach a cat how to hunt, it'll survive on its own, it'll never starve. So as long as Black Lives Matter keeps telling black people, and again, there's a difference between black people and Black Lives Matter. It's not the same. So when I put the fuck you to Black Lives Matter, I'm doing it to Black Lives Matter, not to black people. I love black people. There's nothing wrong with. I get many friends who happen to be black. My family, there's plenty of blacks in my family, not just my kids. I have cousins who are married to blacks. I'm not even going to get into it, okay? So maybe my kids should get it. If you're going to give reparations, my kid's grandfather, I said was son of a slave. So give me a break. Earn your money. Learn how to hunt. Learn how to, so you can never starve. When you depend on the government, see, that's what they want. Black Lives Matter and all Democrats, they want you to depend on them. Okay? They want you on a tit. So they control you. That's what they want. Oh, stay home. Don't worry about the covert. Stay home. Yeah, okay. Bullshit. I'm going to wind this up right now. I think you all know where I stand. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I'm thinking of running for like a local office. I'm not sure yet what yet, so simmer down. Because, I want to make a difference, bro. I can't just sit back. I won't sit back. I won't kowtow. You could get me on national television, and I'm not going to sit there and I suck fucking Black Lives Matter's dick. It ain't happening, bro. No way. No way. I'm Trump all the way, bro. Law and order. Law and order. And his hands are tied. He can't do shit because the Democrats are waiting. They're just fucking waiting for him to make a move. They're dying for him to make a move. You could everybody in that autonomous zone over there in fucking Seattle, those savages, those disgusting filth of humans, they could be fucking raping each other, shooting each other, doing all the shit that's going on. And you send the army in there to stop them, and people are going to be like, you sent the army in against Americans, that's so fucking wrong, you're a communist, you're a fucking Nazi, get out of here. You are the communist. I want to make a difference. I'm not sure what avenue I'm going to go yet, because I got the throat thing is not right yet, but regardless. But I'm going to tell you something. I want all of you to stand up for what you believe in. I've told you this last time. Never bow, never kowtow. Don't be afraid to say what you believe in, unless you're in a situation where it could cost you a beating, your life, your job, your family. Then you got to be smart. Do what I tell my friends. Say, I don't know, I don't follow that shit, I don't got no opinion on either one. Yeah, you're right. That's all I would tell him. Yeah, you're right. You know, if you're in that kind of position, okay. As much as I feel like I'm not, I have no fear of that shit. I still wouldn't drive around with a Trump bumper sticker on or a fuck Black Lives Matter bumper sticker on, because, dude, you don't know. People throw shots at you. Where I live is fucking bad. You know what I mean? In New York, bro, you don't dare go to a city like that shit. You fucking get shot. You know what I mean? They'll kill you over here just for your bumper sticker. All right? But when asked and in public, I will always say what I feel. Because I don't have no job to worry about or any of that shit. But if you have a job, you gotta watch what you say, what you do. Even if my friend he works with a woman who's a lesbian, and he's her boss. But the boss over him is always saying to him, let her say what she wants to say, let her do what she wants to do. Don't, because they're afraid, and he happens to work for Morgan Stanley Chase, or whatever you call it, that big fucking firm. You gotta watch what you do, because they'll bury you, bro. They'll bury you, okay? So if you're at a job, or you're at a function, and people say, so what do you think about that? You just say, I don't know, I don't give a note, I don't watch the news. Sometimes you're better off with that, okay? But when it comes to your political views, you stick by what you believe in, you don't bow to any of that shit. Okay, there comes a time where you open your mouth, and there comes a time where you don't open your mouth. You know what I mean? Believe me, if I was in Harlem right now and I'm sitting there making this fucking video, I wouldn't be saying the shit I'm saying, because I'm not gonna get killed for it. But I'm gonna publicly stand up for what I believe in. Does that make sense? So I'm just telling you, watch your ass. Watch your ass, because right now you got white, they're gunning for you. They're gunning for you. You're that low man on the totem pole. You got women ahead of you, lesbians ahead of you, gays, blacks, fucking transgenders, fucking everything's ahead of you. You're the shit, bro. You're the shit. You're the fucking lowest thing on a totem pole there is. Fuck, I keep kicking this thing. Alright? But be smart. There's a time to do the right thing. Make sure you vote fucking Trump, obviously. Make sure you fucking stand up for what you believe in always. Okay, we don't take a knee, But if you're in a situation at work, or you're in a bad neighborhood, you just shut your fucking mouth. You make believe you agree with them. Rope-a-dope them is what I call it. Rope-a-dope. Alright? That's what you do. Till we can get where we go. Listen to me. This is going to pass. This too shall pass. We'll be okay. I'm still over here. There are no gyms open where I live. I'm in New York, my buddy Chris Griffin, some of you guys know him, he's in the sport here, the Goon on Muscular Development, on MD, Chris the Goon, with Beast Coast Live, Chris, he's my buddy, he's my boy, he lives in Boston, he's got to drive to Portland, Maine, you fucking idiot, he's got to drive to Portland just to fucking work out, you know what I'm saying, because none of the gyms are open over there, in Boston. These democratic states, they fucking own you. The only way to do and this is to be smart, say what you gotta say in the right but fucking vote them out, get them the fuck out. That's the only way to do it. Remember these riots, remember this COVID shit, remember all this stuff when it comes time for you to make a decision and vote. Watch your ass, bro. Because if you don't watch your ass, nobody else is gonna watch it. I'm just telling you. Alright, guys. That's it. Be good to your girl, be good to your significant other. Alright? Pay your child support, do the right thing. Don't let anybody change your mind. But if you're in that bad situation, don't feel like you gotta say the right, what you say, you could get hurt. Play dumb. Rope-a-dope them. Okay? Play possum. Do what Muhammad Ali used to do. Rope-a-dope. But when you get your chance, you hit them fucking hard, and that's it. I urge everybody to protect themselves, keep protection at your house, you know what I'm talking about, okay? And just be smart. Don't be afraid. This is going to end. This is now. Believe me, this is all because it's political. It's all because of what's going to happen in November, the election. We got to pray that Donald Trump gets back in, because that fucking Momo Biden has to wear a name tag. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Like, he don't even fucking know. He's just a figurehead, bro. Whoever they put in a VP is the one who you got to worry about. Trust me. We don't want that to happen. We want our guy to win. Alright. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stop fucking around. The next video. Stop fucking around. Keep your head on straight. Be smart. Know when to open the cabeza. You know, the la boca. Excuse me. I'm fucking up here. I'm like Joe Biden. You know. I need to take more of this. And I'm just kidding. I'm a little hyper. That's why. So, alright guys. I'll see you in the next video. Keep your chin up. This will end soon. I promise you.